昨日のご飯はカタカタ柔らかめに炊いてと言ったのにおかずはいつも漬物ばかり俺のテンションは長下がり
Lonely otaku, back on the grind. No longer a prisoner to that frame of mind that told me blast to school, that path isn't mine. At least I'm not here trying to act like I'm fine. The world ain't pretty, all the glitters ain't gold, but it's my choice, I can't turn back from this road. Murdering people like this track till I'm old, and I'll die smiling cause it's a certain part of life where you learn how to make moves hungry.
Alright, then I guess we're good now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so welcome to Kill the Cast. This is going to be we haven't decided how often, maybe weekly, maybe bi-weekly, whatever. Probably just go with whatever works. We're going to be discussing Suda51, Grasshopper Manufacture, their works, past, present, future, and anything else in between. This episode is going to be primarily focused on No More Heroes 3 since it just came out. We're going to be talking about the story, the bosses, the rankings, stuff that was taken out, stuff that wasn't. And we'll be talking about the music, spoilers, possibly the links to previous games, and we have some special guests with us. The group who contributed some of the rap songs to Travis Strikes Again, as well as No More Heroes 3, Okumura. So,
Yo, I wish contributed to Travis Strikes Again. That would have been fire.
That would have been dope.
Nah, shout out to everybody who did.
Yeah, you guys heard the song, the Death Drive song was in there, right? That was you guys.
No, we
that was
sampled
actually,
it. We
yeah, we
sampled
actually
it.
sampled
We
that
sampled
song.
the original song. That's
The fact you
Oh.
think it's a part of the original is an honor in itself. To be
that's
honest.
what I'm saying. I was sitting here like,
I
wow,
just thought that was your song in there because I was listening to
Yeah.
that song.
that's
every week.
crazy.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's
crazy.
A whole Garden of
Unofficial
Madness.
bootleg, I
EP,
guess?
right?
Nice.
Yeah, that's what some people call it bootleg. Some people call it sampling. It's whatever you want to call it. I just call it an appreciation for Suda51 and Travis Strikes
you
Again.
called it
I call
okay.
it
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
So what we'll do is we'll go around and introduce everybody. I'll start off. My name's CJ Wakura. I've been playing Grasshopper games since I believe Killer 7 was my first one, and that pretty much got me everything retroactively. And we'll just go around the corner. Infinite.
Yeah, Infinite.
Oh, hello, I'm Infinite. I just play Guilty Gear, and yeah, I got around Grasshopper stuff since like No More Heroes dropped on Switch, and I just got around this rabbit hole, and now I'm here.
Nice. And we got KamenSenpai.
Yes. I am mostly a big time Tokusatsu fan, which oddly enough that started around the same time when I started playing Grasshopper games in the year 2008 with the original No More Heroes. So kind of feels a little full circle that No More Heroes 3 has a lot more Tokusatsu elements to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we got Quill, who's covering our recording duties for us, and
Yep.
the de facto tech guy.
My name's Quill. I've been with the Suda since I guess No More Heroes 1 on the Wii. I played it when I was like 11 and didn't know what the hell was going on. But I grew up a little bit later and then I replayed those games and then I got into the whole Sudaverse and stuff like that. And now I'm stuck with them, I guess.
As are we all.
We're stuck.
Yes.
Join the club.
The Garden of Madness.
We got a guest steelballrunner, who's a big Suda scholar. I've followed him for a while.
Okay, my name's steelballrunner, and judging, you can probably judge from my handle name that this name sort of just originated when the JoJo Part 7 showed up. I started.
Yeah.
So that was like my handle name since like 2005, I guess. Like 6. And my Suda Goichi game sort of started by buying a used copy of the PS2 Killer 7 by chance. Then for some reason made the connection to the so the Wii No More Heroes, which I had no idea. I mean, who was the director at the time either. But I bought the game. Found out that they had a online store. I bought a piece of I think like a phone case from them. Then they sent me a flyer to Hopper's Volume 3, and I became a fan of them ever since, like 2008.
Excellent.
And I've been following all those Grasshopper Manufacture fan events and official events as much as possible.
Wow. You're really old school. That's respect.
But still, there's, like I said before, there's always somebody better than me. And there's actually one person who was a fan of Suda51 from the human years, the Twilight Syndrome years, or even has a postcard from the Hopper's Volume 1, the 25-hour party people.
Wow.
I mean, he still has the written survey for the 25th ward on mobile phones.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
I mean, there's always somebody better. I mean, who knows more than you, and if you live in a fandom, and that's definitely proof. And I mean,
some of the stuff from his human years, he got away with murder for some of the stuff he wrote in Moonlight Syndrome. I can't.
That's wild.
I mean, for like FSR, it was released in like May of 2011. That's like dodging a bullet, don't you think?
Oh wow!
Some
yes,
slight.
by 4 months.
Yeah.
So I know that
back then.
yes. So, oh yeah. So my introduction is pretty much that. I just go off and on. Try to connect the English world with the Japanese world with whatever stuff I know.
Nice.
Try to explain to the people.
We're in a blessed time where we get a lot of that. And we got our special guest, Okumura, who did an excellent mixtape called The Garden of Madness, which I've had on loop since I downloaded it. And we got 3 members of Okumura here, so however you'd like to introduce yourselves, I'll let you guys have it.
All right. Wait, you say 2 or 3?
3. Wait,
okay, I'm sorry. My yeah, I'm way off today. Nah, yeah, we got. Oh, I'm Elder Maikis.
Maikis, my bad.
It's
I
all
am
good.
a master, as stated prior. Hello.
And I'm ShadowByrd. Yeah, I'm the producer of Okumura.
And it's, I guess, I like. I'm gonna keep it a whole $150 with everyone in the room. Okay, we was modding the Wii so we could get skins for Smash Bros. Brawl. Y'all already know what time it is.
Yes.
Around the same time. Yeah, you already know the deal. So around that time, you know, there was something called having games on the hard drive. No More Heroes was one of those games. And it just literally, all I can say is that game showed me that video games can be art. And that's the best way I can put it. I didn't even know to look into a game developer until No More Heroes. Like, I didn't even bother. Like, it was just like Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox. Like, I didn't even get as deep as like Grasshopper, let alone Suda51, until No More Heroes. And then I found out the connected universes and that type of stuff, the backlore, that type of stuff be pulling me in, man. So it's like the way he did it just really hit, and I've been a fan ever since. I mean, everyone can see we out here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think I would say, in my personal love or my why I personally love this series. I got into No More Heroes with the Smash Bros thing, but I think what really pulled me in had to have been Travis Strikes Again.
Yeah.
It just, to me, it transcended my love for No More Heroes. just because of all of the callbacks and all of the references and how I felt rewarded for knowing the history of Suda's world, Suda's universe. It was really cool to find those nuggets of information, and getting introduced to his older works like the 25th Ward through this game. I loved it. And this game, I think somebody said it earlier, I don't know who, but it's spot on. This game, No More Heroes 3, feels like a sequel to TSA. And it was it is an absolute honor to be a part of that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Absolutely.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So I guess I should ask, how was it that you came to be involved in the soundtrack? Did someone from Grasshopper approach you? Did Suda himself approach you? How'd that come about?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, you got this.
Yeah.
I mean, do we have time? Do we have time? Because it's a whole story.
I
It's
think
a
got
so.
whole.
Give us the short version.
Okay.
Give us the long version.
I think
Alright,
you
so-
can TLDR it.
Yeah, so MomoCon 2019, I think, was the year. Maybe 2018.
It was definitely 2019.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be popping in my head 2019. But Suda,
Yeah.
you know, he's showing up. It's in Atlanta. I lived in Virginia at the time. It's a 10-hour drive. So, you know, long story short, long story short, I'm just like, hey, I'm about to, I don't know, it was fate was literally calling me to go. It's just like, I know if I properly, Garden of Madness was only available digitally. We had a CD printer in the house, so I made the first like physical print of Garden of Madness. I had my cousin who speaks fluent Japanese do the track list in Japanese and the thank you message in Japanese, printed the artwork, like made a full actual CD for this man, and then sealed the package. And I was like, all right. And I was living with Master, ShadowByrd, and homie Lux Rider at the time. And I'm just like, all right, everybody, let's go. And Master's like, yeah, but it's me and my wife's anniversary. And then ShadowByrd and Lux are like, yeah, we got to go see family this weekend. So I'm just like, oh, so I guess I have to go by myself. So I got $40, a suspended driver's license. I drive 10 hours to Atlanta. I'm like, forget it. I'm going to sleep in my car if I have to. I'm going to sleep on the street if I have to. But I'm getting this CD to Suda51, even if he throws it out the window as soon as I turn around. So thankfully, I had homies who were performing there. The NPC collective is like Richie Branson, IQ, and it's a bunch of dope artists. And they had a hotel there, a room there, not the whole hotel, obviously. And so they let me stay in the room that night, so I didn't have to sleep in the street. But the next day, I mean, it's like Suda's event was at like 5 p.m. I was in front of the room like at 8 a.m. and I just didn't move. I didn't eat. I didn't do anything. Like I was just sitting there and people were like, hey, the line's moving. I'm like, I'm not here for this. I'm here for Suda51. They're like, you know, that's in like 6 hours, right? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. I get to this event and I don't know how y'all would feel about it, but I'm seeing Suda51 in my face. And this is like, I've met Theo from the Huxtables. I shook his hand. He flirted with my mom. It was awkward. I've met a lot of celebrities in my life. And I was actually like starstruck for the first time when I just saw this dude. He's like, I don't know how tall he is, but he definitely wasn't taller than me. And he's just the dude, you know? And I'm sitting there looking at him like, I'm gonna hand this man this CD. I'm going to hand this man this CD. The questions go through, and long story short with that, there was a time for the people in the audience to ask questions. I specifically was like, hey, you had to like tweet him, the guy who was asking or something. And I was like, hey, there is a black dude in a red kimono and a red hat right in front of you with a CD that is inspired by Travis Strikes Again music. Can you ask Suda51 if he will literally just take it? That's all. He looked me dead in the face. Yeah, that question didn't get asked. So I had to get this man Suda's attention. How? By waiting for him to finish all of his uh, autographs and seeing him walk away, about to walk away. He's almost gone, almost gone. And then I, on this live stream, hundreds of people watching, had to scream out, Soda! For him to turn around, jump, by the way. He jumped, freaked out. The whole room freaks out. The whole live stream's like, what the fuck? Him and his translator turn around like, why is this man screaming at me? Can you please figure out what's happening? Security's about to be on deck, like it's real. I'm just like, look, I made this CD for him. I made this CD. It's inspired by his music. I'm inspired by his art. I just want him to listen to it. All I need for him to do is listen to it. He don't gotta talk to me about it. He don't gotta do nothing. I just want him to know what his games are doing for people out here, not even in his home country, just in general, people. All right, that's all I want. Just artistically, please. That's all I want. You know, he could throw it out the window. I just want to see him take it. That's it. And so he just like looked at me crazy, and he was like, the translator looked at me crazy too. He's like, he wants to tell you that he is extremely surprised that anyone's done this for him. He's thanking you so much, and he will listen to it. And I was like, mission complete. I didn't need nothing else. Now we fast forward about a year later. The homie, the legend, her homie Dream Bomb is on Twitter. Dream Bomb, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. Dream Boom, Dream Baum, Dream Bomb, but they just were on Twitter celebrating, I think, the year anniversary of TSA. And throughout this year, I had made some sales, made some progress getting the tape out there through MomoCon and word of mouth. And I had a lot of DMs throughout this year, just people DMing me, hey, I was one of the people who bought the tape. I just want to say good job. Hey, Garden of Madness is really dope. There was this one dude from Japan like, yo, love out from Japan. Shout outs to you. You really doing it. You making big things out. You know, I see you all the way out here. And I'm just like, yo, I appreciate all the way in Japan. Yo, dope. So we celebrating the year, and they talking about every single aspect of TSA, from the artist to the storyboard to everything, and then they get to the music. And I was like, well, literally Garden of Madness is just TSA's music with boom boom bap all over it. So I'm like, I need to know who's responsible for the music I sampled for basically this whole tape. And then there's, shout outs to Meebe. He did, the musical composer. They were shouting out Devin, June, for like just everybody involved. But Meebe, I was like, I seen that avatar before. I know it, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I've seen it somewhere before him getting shouted out. So I'm looking through my comments, my replies, and I finally get to the DMs, and I see that Meebe was the one to say, yo, love from Japan. I see you all the way out here. Shout outs to you. I'm like, wait a minute. How did the musical composer of Travis Strikes Again hear Garden of Madness directly after I gave Suda Garden of Madness, right? So I'm like, hold on. I'm trying not to freak out. I get Master involved. I get ShadowByrd. I get everybody involved to just look at you see two. Am I wrong for thinking it's supposed to be 4? And everyone's like, no, I think this is 4, dude. So long story short, he's rocking with us. He hits us up. and he's just like, I really like you guys' music. ShadowByrd and us had made this song called Cybertruck, and he turns around and is like, I want to remix Cybertruck because first of all, that song was awesome. So he just completely flips the beat, completely flips our vocals, just this a whole song, and just makes it his own. And then he starts sending us stuff. There's honestly some like, maybe one day we'll be able to play it for people, maybe not, but we literally have like just unreleased cuts that I don't even know if we can like show people. It's just like at this point I know we can talk about it, but I don't know if we can even show people.
I have a
But we just
crap ton
made,
of stems from me being.
yeah, we just made so much music just so we could get that synergy going. And then after a while, he was just like, all right, yeah, I really like working with you guys. I look forward to our work in 3. And he said nothing else for like 2 weeks. And I'm just like, the only thing that I could think of when he says 3 is No More Heroes 3. So I'm freaking out. Now at this point, there's no coincidences. I can't even hide it. I'm tripping. Everyone's tripping. He tells us it's for the sushi bar. We didn't realize how important that was gonna be in the game. And the renditions, like Master, you can take over at this point on the renditions of like how many revisions we had to do
A lot.
for like
It was a lot. We the first iteration of Itadakimasu did not sound at all like what anyone has heard here. It almost sounded like a Disney Channel theme song. You know?
almost
Like,
almost
It
Wow.
like watching
it-
them draw the logo like back to the
Yeah.
movie type, like,
yeah. Our name is Okumura, and you're watching No
and you're
More Heroes
watching
3.
yeah.
You know,
Wishigashi Mas, the remixes. No,
Yeah.
a whole different version.
it was definitely bizarre for sure. Oh man, when we sent him the first version, he had said, "Okay, this is nice, but do it again and go harder." And then we sent him that one, and then he was like, "All right, this is good, but go harder." Sent him the third one. Okay, this is nice, loving this, but I'm gonna flip the beat up and then go harder. And then once you go
And y'all
harder,
need to double the
go harder
whole
again.
length. Yeah,
Yeah.
like extend the verses, like
Yeah, extend
that
the
was that
verses
last part. I don't know. I don't find y'all entertaining it. That was just extremely after the fact. Like all of that, it just wasn't even. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and we just went back and forth, and finally came in with this final product that y'all are listening to, and just. By the way, everyone listening, everyone here, thank you so much.
Thank
Like
you
it,
so
we
much.
didn't expect
The
how
love.
much. Yeah, like because hip hop it's tricky. It's tricky. People love it or hate it, and when it's into video games, people usually disagree with that. So to see the positive like reception to it is just it still don't feel real a little bit to this day. It's hard. We literally like us three literally be like this morning have to every day talk about grasping reality with this because it's just like we're just people that were playing the games. Like we're just like people making Kill the Cast podcast, you know what I mean? And then we make music, so it's just like to be a part of it now is something else.
Yeah,
It's
well
something
earned.
else.
Well learned. Even on Twitter, all I see people talking about, oh, that sushi song is fire. Who did the sushi song? Everyone loves the sushi song.
Yeah.
You can't play
Why
the
does it
video
go
without the
so
music.
Yeah,
hard?
it'd be all over. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, I made it listen to a guy who doesn't know No More Heroes. He said, "Oh, it's fire. Who did it?"
That's crazy. Yeah, it's if people who don't even play video games. It's like, yo, what is that? That's man. And it's just even looking at it with how past like the game, like we're honestly just friends with Meebe.
Mhm.
Like ShadowByrd and Meebe make so many collaborative beats, like the Love Save the Day EP, this new Nagiri EP that we got coming out on the 26th is chock. I think it's like what 2 or 3 of Meebe ShadowByrd beats.
There's 3.
Yeah. And there's 10 songs, so like 30% Meebe ShadowByrd, and it's just like it works so well. It works so well. It's just like that right there is something irreplaceable. Like we wouldn't even have to be in the game, but like that right there is top notch.
It's just special, honestly.
Excellent. But yeah, it's funny you mentioned, because I think there is a lot of times with video game and hip hop culture, even within Suda's works, like games like Killer 7 and Silver Case, there's like hip hop influence all in those games, especially Killer 7.
I remember. I played a little bit of Killer 7.
The way the music
is Samurai Champloo too, so.
I was just about to go there. I was like, it's literally the hip hop samurai game. So like,
it lives and breathes hip hop. Master-Fumi Takada did the music for that, and there's some great hip hop beats in that soundtrack.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate Suda, because he's always embraced so many different cultures in his video games, like even just outside of hip hop. So it's like, but hip hop's always been a strong one that he supported. And I really appreciate him for that.
Yeah, you can tell when Travis Strikes Again came out, I was like, wow, this soundtrack is really
right.
Especially the Killer Marathon one, yeah.
Oh, definitely,
all crazy.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like there was something like one of those games had something like a rap battle. I feel like, No More Heroes 3, you got the Kimmy rap battle.
Yeah.
That was
very
so
good. That was very good.
Like me and my wife, she's a huge Suda51 fan too. We was just literally, and my son, matter of fact, all 3 of us just sitting there, just watching it live in real time. Jaws drop. We was speechless. Just like I had the fuck racism hoodie on. It was a rap battle happening. I'm just like, what is going on? This is crazy. Like, whoa.
I didn't even think about the fuck racism hoodie. That makes it even better if you're wearing that hoodie.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it just hit. Everything just hit. We were in the game. Like, everything just hit. Like, this is
still crazy to think about too. It's still crazy to think about.
Right. Still.
Excellent.
What's crazy is that this whole script is written by a Japanese guy in a Japanese video game company too, and it works in the English speaking world. So
it just shows you how cultured he is. For real.
And his knowledge of culture, and he probably has a good team of translators for the script. And Mr. Downs nailed Travis's performance too. So on that front.
He's great. His voice is just like I can't even I don't care how old he gets. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't picture it not being that voice.
Yeah.
I mean, we almost lost his voice when the TSA was announced too, though. I mean, the very first.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a backlash about that. Like people were like, "You can't do this game without Robin Atkin Downs," and like people were clamoring about it. And even Robin Atkin Downs was like, "This is happening."
Come on, man, that's what he tweeted.
And people were like, "What? How can you not know about it? You're Travis."
You're Travis, dude.
Yeah, but the problem is that in the Japanese Twitter community, I think they didn't really notice the change in voice actors because that stereotype, but they all sound the same. But I've been I've been playing English speaking games for so long, and the so-called I see the common casting and voice director, Chris Zimmerman Salter, working in all those big Suda Goichi games.
Mhm.
And she keeps the voice actors and characters
Yeah, he did the
consistent
original
as
No More
much as
Heroes
possible.
too.
Yes.
Excellent
I mean,
job.
ever since Killer 7, though, she's been Killer
Oh,
7 and also Shadows of the Dam. That's why
Mhm.
you see all these same voice actors appear time and time again.
And I'm sure I'm not the only one that when you start up Travis Strikes Again and you see Travis and you're like, and then he speaks and you hear Robin acting down, it's like, thank God they got him back.
yeah,
So you can't
yeah.
hear it any other way.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw they was possibly not gonna have his voice for that game, I don't know. I just it was already like, dang, this isn't a traditional No More Heroes game. But then you're hitting me with, and the Travis voice isn't gonna be Travis, and I was just like, come on, guys. I'm really trying here. Like, I'm trying to support y'all. I'm supporting y'all, but this hurts. It just hurts. It wouldn't be the same without Robin. I'm just so glad he pushed through. So shout outs to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he heard us loud and clear because No More Heroes 3, the marketing right up front, Robin acting down is back. Like they know how important he is.
Mm-hmm.
And
He did a
was
fucking
was
fantastic
Batman
job in 3.
still Stephen Blum when the first trailer hit, though?
No, that was definitely not Steve Bloom.
Yeah, I think that was just like a rough draft, and then eventually they're like, "Oh yeah, this is a work in progress. Don't worry, guys." And then like,
And
yeah,
there was that video game voice actor strike at the time too, so I was afraid that not a lot of actors might come back for the roles too. But well,
They
within
did. I
that
think they-
year or so, they got the old casting director back, the old voice actors back, and I was
Bad
happy
Girl
to
came
see it.
back, Shinobu came back, and of course you have to have Sylvia's voice actress. Her name escapes me at the moment, but she
Paula
came.
Tiso.
Paula Tiso, yeah.
Paul Mercier's wife, yes.
Also, you can't have the game without her.
Imagine if Travis's voice actor was the same one that was in the first No More Heroes trailer.
Oh God!
Oh,
Your shiny glitters won't get you
no.
anywhere.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
Shining armor and fine words won't get you anywhere.
I like the sound of that.
What would you call that? That's Robin Atkin Downs sort of nails the old Johnny Knoxville voice. I think
Yeah, it's a
especially
certain
his laugh.
aggressiveness. It's just, yeah, a certain brashness. Like I can't really pinpoint it, but it's just like,
Yeah.
I feel you though. It's just what makes Travis Travis. Like, it's certain uniqueness in his voice. Is just like it. Whatever comes out his mouth, he knows is like the coolest thing that's anybody in the room ever heard. It don't matter what he said.
Yeah, it's a very reckless, non-filtered speaking method.
Exactly. And best of all, he's still a gigantic dork. This is a guy who will say something poignant and
Right.
profound, and then he'll start ranting about anime, mecha, and Takashi Miike films all in one breath.
Right. Right.
I mean, especially the Miike podcast that he was so confident in what he was talking about. I mean, how much he likes about that stuff.
Like, you believe it? This is a man who watches these movies and loves them. Nails.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the funniest fact behind that is that Suda Goichi sort of poured Japanese words that he probably never spoke forever in his script, and just kept making him learn all these new Japanese words too.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of the actors would start watching Miike films because of that, though. To try to
I
understand what
wonder
the hell.
if Robin Atkin Downs watches Miike films. Like, I picture on some level he's got to.
I'm pretty sure after No More Heroes 3,
Yeah,
he
it's
probably
so
watched
some
one or two.
interest.
Watch his movies.
Yeah.
Always makes you wonder when all the voice acting got done too.
I will say I attended Robin Atkins Down's stream on the day it came out. He did a little stream in No More Heroes 3 and really candid. Like, people were asking him questions in the chat. And I asked him, I said, did you have any influence in the writing? He said, nope. They give me the script and I read it. So he is just an actor.
Yeah, I hear that.
But yeah,
I kind of wish
takes it and runs with it.
I kind of wish he'd voice acted the things that he'd been saying to Bad Girl in the motel room.
Oh yeah, that would've been nice.
Yeah,
or
that it
Ideon.
was. Oh, it was so emotional, that room.
Oh yeah, like
Ah,
I happened to see the rant about when he talked to him about Char's counterattack, and I'm like, really? We're going there?
Or when Shinobu was hospitalized and
Oh yeah,
he
that
started
one.
going a tangent of the famous
Wrestling
pro
shit.
wrestler wife Hokuto Akira about her famous Northern Light bomb throw.
And it's like I can relate to that. Cause like sometimes if I'm talking to someone at work, I can't talk about something without segueing into some kind of thing I'm obsessed with, and they'll be like, "What are you talking about?" Like, never mind, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
So I can
But I
totally
can
relate to that.
understand that he tries to be honest in speaking of what he knows the most, knows the best, and
Yeah, just when you-
that's his way of opening up to people.
Yeah, that's what he knows. That's he knows anime and movies. So to him, like
yeah,
this is what got me through it. It'll get you through
right.
it
Cause
too.
she in there crying and he's just recommending anime, and I don't know. That just hit. That hit so hard. Like I was just like, man, he is really trying, dude. Like he doesn't know what to say. He
Like,
doesn't know.
let's
Like
watch some. But and it
yeah, like
works
I
though,
mean,
because
yeah,
one of the later podcasts, Bad Girl
yeah,
shows up during the
right,
podcast. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna watch some movies with you guys." So it
right.
got through to her.
Photos of all things.
Oh yeah, she's a Votum. Her father was a Votum fan, which makes sense. I can picture Bad Man is watching Votoms. That's funny. They didn't try to censor the voice acting. They censored the subtitles, but they clearly say it flat out. They didn't even care.
Yeah,
That's because it was the censors for the Japanese audience, so because they wouldn't probably understand
funny.
English anyway. So.
You think they wouldn't care because usually in Japan, Super Robot Wars, they put every game in the world in there, and they don't. But
Well, it's because they got the rights to it. So
yeah, they buy that crap.
So
that's why
No More Heroes, Super Robot Wars is what you're saying.
Yes.
I kind of wish they didn't censor the or like the words during the Sonic Juice boss fight. To be honest,
Yeah.
because I want to know
always
what
like
Travis
that.
was saying. I want to know what he thinks of Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember the speculations that he's talking about Nomura when he's ranting about the.
I had put that together. I had literally counted the stars. Like I was like, he's talking about Tachi Nomura. That's Final Fantasy. he's
thing
coming at me.
when he was like,
Oh man.
But for me,
circle.
but they've been taking pot shots at that for since 2007 with the first Helter Skelter. So
Yep.
I think was what Sephiroth, then Skelter Helter with the Cloud Strife. And
come to think of it,
oh wow! I never noticed that.
You didn't notice that?
No, that's crazy.
I mean,
there's a picture.
This dude
online.
is a legend, bro.
So I mean, Kozaki Yusuke did a real good job making his version of a Nomura design character. So, but it doesn't feel that sound that bad, I mean, Nomura design is like a big enough target to begin anyway. I mean, it's pop. And,
I like Nomura's art. He's like one of the guys. He makes his guys cool and his girls hot, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, technically,
like
also
Paris
makes his
Baby,
guys
so,
hot.
yeah.
That too. He's equal.
Yeah, look at Final Fantasy 15.
So yeah, it's Nomura Tetsuya is pop and Suda Goichi is punk. So it's counterculture.
Punk,
it's natural.
But he's got some hip hop influence too. Like if you think about it, some of the bosses in No More Heroes 3, like they're rapper names: Sonic Juice, Black Knight Direction.
No, I'm saying these are all band names, bro. Yeah, it's all band or wrestler names, bro. Every single one.
Sonic Juice easily.
The Sonic Youth, Fu is probably, some people said it's like the Who, with Pete Townsend.
Really? I always look at it as the
and then it would be
classic rock.
by New Order song or the film Vanishing Point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
vantage point, yeah.
I mean, even in
I-
Silver
I-
Chase, every chapter is he's name dropping songs. Like, well, I'm surprised they
Yeah,
didn't have to copyright these songs.
Joy Division and all, yes.
It even says
I-
"Love Will Tear Us Apart" flat out, and I didn't even realize that was a Joy Division song at the time. I'm like, oh, that's a really poignant chapter title. Oh, it's a song. Whoops.
I'm happy to have that Normal Heroes Known Pleasures T-shirt too.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I love the Suda flat out said, "Oh, if you want our shirts, just go on this website. They make them. You can buy them."
Oh yeah, go on Redbubble and get them
Got shirts.
That's as
bootleg
punk as
shirts.
you can possibly get
see
right
them.
there.
Yeah, I know, I
guess
see them
the
shirts. Go ahead and buy
Grasshopper
those.
Stores isn't
That
going to
was
come back for a
hilarious.
long while. But still, I wish for their official merchandise to come out. You know, it's like selling their demo tapes on the back of their from the trunk of their car after a live show.
Mm.
That's what it basically is after every Hopper's concert or
Nice.
like a grass stream. That I love that atmosphere.
It's really
It's
sweet.
it's never a big venue, but and you always see the same faces at the concert too. You don't know their names, but yeah, I've seen you before, like 5-6 years ago, like that kind of thing. But we never talk to each other. We just
You
take
know
a
you're
look
at a
Yes.
true independent show is when the police show up and shut it down, and I've had that happen.
But that live show at the Domune was awesome, though, in Shibuya.
I envy you for being there. That sounds incredible.
Oh my god, I
I mean,
still have like so much fan.
And I thank you guys to, especially Dreambound, to record the whole maybe 2-hour show, I think.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours.
And the
Yeah,
1 hour
Dream
talk show too.
By the way, to segue into Dream Bomb, I did invite him. He said he was busy, and he says he has a very heavy French accent, so he felt a little nervous about being like he wouldn't be too clear, but I didn't think that'd be a problem. So maybe in the future he'll join us, but he is aware of the podcast and showed us some love.
For me, I haven't spoken English in about 7 months, I think.
Your English is very good.
I type it all,
Wow.
but yes.
Couldn't tell.
I wouldn't tell. I wouldn't know.
Couldn't even
Yeah,
tell.
I lived in the States for about 25 years, so.
Nice.
Oh,
And that's why my Let It Die home team is still Illinois. That's where I was born.
Florida, born and raised.
Yeah.
Or
Nice.
And that's what I've been doing. They're using my English skills to translate whatever Suda51 materials available and give it to
Excellent.
the English community.
Yeah. The Syndrome games for me are right now the untapped market because, like, that is Suda when he was young and didn't give a damn. The stuff he put in those games, that's the reason he doesn't want to release it. You release a game with incest and all that stuff, that's really going to turn some heads. And that's Syndrome wears that on its sleeve.
I think Suda51 isn't really that talkative about the Twilight Syndrome because it was like a fill-in job.
yeah.
So,
Director
yeah,
just left.
And director just left. Then he divided to ship it out. They couldn't release just all 14 chapters at once, so they had to divide it into 2. And that alone was a Edeon reference. The chapter of it's the search chapter and the
Investigations.
the
Investigation.
cipher
Yeah.
chapter.
I feel like,
the
yeah.
and I think there were talks about Moonlight Syndrome becoming a thing, though. Being released in this time because you guys remember about the Moonlight Syndrome talk
Event.
show?
Yeah, there
We
was
were
an
supposed to
event in
have,
April, I think.
Oh, yeah, that.
in
And then
March,
someone
yeah.
quietly
late March.
killed it off. I don't know if it was a copyright or maybe someone tapped him on the shoulder.
No, it was COVID.
It was COVID.
Oh, yeah. I felt like it was something more than COVID. Like, I feel like someone kind of tapped him on the shoulder, like, yeah, this is a little problematic with the stuff in this game. But maybe it was just COVID.
Yeah, it's formerly Human IP, and now and I don't think Spike Chunsoft has the rights to.
I think it's kind of been
Moonlight.
avoided.
No, I think Spike
Twilight,
does have
maybe.
the rights. They did put Twilight Syndrome in Danganronpa. So
Danganronpa.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they
Twilight,
do have the
yes,
rights.
maybe not Moonlight.
That level in Danganronpa is Syndrome, flat out.
I never knew it was Twilight Syndrome. I was like, haha, this is funny. This looks like a PS1 game. Then I find out it is an actual PS1 game. Like, oh, this is awesome.
Even No More Heroes 3, when I was doing Midori's level, I'm like, holy shit, this is Syndrome.
Yes,
pretty
yeah,
much a Syndrome.
Not a lot of people probably caught on that one though, but maybe.
Yeah, even like when it says, there's a part when it says at the end, it says a Suda51 Games. That felt like a Syndrome reference because it says a Julieta Games. I think almost no one caught that.
Yo, I'm sitting there like, he better not make this level and then not have me have a way to understand what's happening in Midlight Syndrome in some capacity. I'm gonna be so upset because, like, bro, I literally played Midlight Syndrome for like 18 seconds in a boss level, and then like I went home, and I'm like, I don't think I could just live with this, dude.
I mean, we've been looking at the script, and it's like every time I look through the script of Moonlight Syndrome, I'm just like, how the hell did he get away with this on the PS1?
Right. They just sat there and just said, do what you want, bro. Yeah, just do what you want, bro. Do what you want.
Say, I kind of get the impression that Suda is not as attached to Syndrome because it's more like he's doing his thing with other people's characters. But with Silver Case, he's like, now I have my own brand new sandbox to play in. I'm no longer using a pre-established work. So I think like he respects his work on Syndrome, but he's not as attached to it as he is with Silver Case and FSR and Killer 7.
Well, they didn't. Yeah, the old school building in Twilight Syndrome was sort of demolished in the beginning of Moonlight, right?
I think so.
And the survivors of Moonlight, sort of died at the beginning of Silver Case.
Yeah,
they actually showed their faces. They actually showed their names and faces were slightly obscured by the original release. But they actually showed their full faces and full names in the Takeya Shuji comic book, Silver Case comic book. So
probably when Silver Case came out, he probably didn't have the rights to do it. But with the comic book, at that point, he's like, fuck it.
I think it's definitely 10 years after any release, and nothing was probably done with it. So
exactly.
So either the rights reverted back to him, or. We're not going to do anything with it. Do what you want.
Yeah, and you can also say that's him telling, like, hey, that's then. I'm killing this off. They're done. Now I've got my own world to play in.
Yes.
I still really wish to.
Yumi was her name?
Yumi? You mean the victim in Silver Case, the first in the prologue?
No, I'm talking about the FSR character.
No,
Yuki?
you mean I know who you mean. On the rooftop and the one who's sunbathing.
Hanayama Yayoi.
Yayoi.
Yayoi, that was it.
Yeah. Yayoi Tachibana, I believe?
Yes, I think.
Hanayama, I think. Oh.
If you guys played the PS2 version of that?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I did it with the script.
I did it without anything. I just played it.
How is it worth it? Like, cause I don't know. Like, I'm over here on Rosetta Stone trying to get it in with the Japanese.
You don't even need to do that, dude. The Let's Play Archive has a Let's Play of the DS version. I played that. I played the PS2 version and had the Let's Play Archive open on my laptop so I could play through it. And it's a whole different game. The graphics are better. The music quality.
That's what I'm saying.
If you love FSR, you have to play the PS2 version. It's nice.
All right.
You want a copy of an FSR game? An old FSR copy? Because I have about 4 or 5 of them right now. So.
If you are willing to part with one, I do not mind receiving a copy.
And so am I. I got
DM me later then.
I appreciate you.
Surprisingly, Moonlight Syndrome has the most strategy guides at 8, I think. And Flower, Sun, and Rain has the most re-releases. The original one by Victor, the Victor best price, then Marvelous best price. It's insane, I think.
Do they all have the FSR opening? Did they all keep that song?
Yes.
Excellent.
But except for the DS version, though.
Yeah, the DS version losing that song is a major blow.
But at least Takada made a new, For You Part 2.
it does have an FSR feeling to it, but it's really not the same. It's the FMV doesn't go with that new song at all.
Yeah, you're
Maybe.
right, dude.
I don't know what's the
Definitely.
progress with the Moonlight Syndrome translation.
It's right now the translation's coming along great. We're worried about the technical side. Like, how the hell are we going to do all this voice acting with no subtitles? We're not the Police Knots team.
I've been
And,
fucking dying to play that game for a long time. I even like
Every time I
own
look
a
through the script.
PS1 copy of it, and I still haven't played it.
I've looked through the script and it's just like every time I read a new part, I'm just like, this script is so vulgar and vicious and unrelenting.
That's what I
Like, there's-
love.
Like, this one girl is like talking, and I'm paraphrasing here, like, oh, this one fucking cunt did this and that. I'm like, how the hell did he write this on PS1? I don't hear dialogue like this on the PS.
The video game ratings board showed up, the CERO, because
I mean, that's
I
not
guess
the literal phrase, but even the translator is like, no, he told me the only way to describe what she's calling this girl is a cunt. That's the only word that fits. And I'm like, damn. Okay, then use it. It fits. Go with it.
I can understand it's a nightmare to translate the whole original script of Moonlight Syndrome, but I mean, I think I have all strategy guides of Moonlight Syndrome, and almost every strategy guide has a deleted chapter, a different deleted chapter in it, and I think people the fandom would want to know about that too, right? So
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean, a while ago I tweeted the only strategy guide within the 8 books that had Kusakabe Tokyo, who turns into Hyper Tokyo, which is definitely the Morishima Tokyo we all know now.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like 2 years before the Silver Case, and that was like a deleted scenario. So, and we saw the Trump. The Trump gang too. So.
Oh, the Trump. Yeah, there's so much stuff in Silver Case that you barely scratch the surface of. We clearly could dedicate a whole series of episodes to Silver Case, but we did say this was going to be about No More Heroes 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm bringing that myself.
So to bring it back to that, what I was planning on talking about was like, we'll talk about the bosses and the rankings. I know they're all over the place, and I think one of the biggest complaints, even Zero Punctuation said this in his review, is that the thing in No More Heroes 1 with Let's Shake, where he gets killed and then, you're not going to fight him. This happens in No More Heroes 3 like 6 times?
Something like it.
I think 5.
Yeah.
It happens to the sniper. It happens to the sniper. I can't remember his name.
Sniper.
Yeah, Sniping Lee by Notorious that turns into a Destroy Man.
Black Knight
Vanishing
Direction,
Point.
right?
Black Knight Direction, the one you fight before Kimmy.
Vanishing Point into Kimmy.
Yeah.
Native Dancer defeating Black Knight Direction.
Then it was Paradox getting killed by Fu, and then
it's like it sucks. These are some of the most interesting bosses that I was looking forward to fighting, and he kills off.
Yeah, Master, this is definitely your point to leave.
I'm legit.
This
Thank
is
you,
it.
guys.
Okay, so
This is it.
Yeah. So you guys are bailing out. So I just wanted to say thank you to Okumura.
Of course.
Before you guys bail out, I'm just going to ask one question that I got to wonder.
Sure.
Do you think you're ever going to do a mixtape for another Suda51 game, like a Silver Case mixtape or an FSR mixtape? You know, we'd love that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
That's
That
gonna
would
be
be
awesome.
amazing. I'm sure everybody, we'd love that.
We're gonna
It's
get
one of
something.
it would be one of the
Especially
five
Silver
IP
Case.
he's working on.
Silver
Yeah,
Case.
Silver
Great.
Case is definitely. I trust me. I'm already on that one as far as the beats.
If you want some
So let's see.
suggestions, we'll bury you in our favorite Silver Case songs, I'm sure.
Cool.
Although it's not Grasshopper Manufacture, but I would want to hear your tracks in Let It Die through Super Trick Games.
Oh,
that was
I would want to
Let
keep it
It
on the
Die.
radio.
Okay.
That's probably
Yeah,
the
Let It
easiest
Die is nice.
call up Yamaoka Akira to
That dude loves hip hop. Yamaoka bleeds hip hop. If you listen to his Beatmania songs, he's got a lot of hip hop influence.
I might have to check that out.
because they're trying to do something with Let It Die again, but I don't think they had the big ass budget like before, but they're trying though.
Excellent.
I would
Yeah,
love
oh
to
yeah,
get
Let It
involved
Die's
with that.
soundtrack is all over the place. I bet, and the game's still being supported, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, there was an
Yeah,
update
it's
like
still
a
up.
few
It
months
is?
ago.
Oh yeah, so you can just hell send them Itadaki Mas. Maybe they'll get in Let It Die.
Hey, I mean, shoot your shot, right?
About to say,
I
anything's
think what they're
possible
doing is
nowadays.
wrong, but like the soundtrack has like everybody does a rendition of the Let It Die theme, and it's all in different styles. Like there's a punk version, a techno
Oh no,
version.
no,
and-
it's basically every song has to have the words "Let It Die," and that's it. You can be
That's it.
whatever genre you want, as long as it's Let It
There
Die
you
is
go.
the title name and also featured in the song, if I'm not mistaken.
Easy money.
But
It is
I got
easy
like
money.
600 hours in the game just because I love playing it while listening to the soundtrack.
Man, listen, I have tried Let It Die so many times, and I just suck at it. I'm just gonna announce
I'm
it
right there
right
with you.
here.
It's a
I
free-to-play
suck at
game.
Let It Die.
No, it's fine. It's a free-to-play game. It's supposed to be hard so you can pay
see.
money. That's what it is.
Yeah, and I get it. You definitely it's for the money, and I support that because that's how they got it. But I'm like, man, look, game is difficult.
Sorry, I'm poor, but I'm not spending a dime on that game, so I'm gonna struggle.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's why it's really hard for me because I'm like, I don't got it like that. I don't got
I'll
the
get
death
there
score funds
somehow,
like that.
some way.
Yeah,
One day.
but you can still beat it, and like I got all the achievements and beat it without paying a single dime. It's doable, but it takes so long.
You're a
That's how
legend.
that's normally how they do it.
So
Yeah.
what was Let It Die was like a free to play. Normal Heroes 3 is about like $60 to $70, and TSA was like 40, wasn't it? Maybe 30.
Yeah, fair.
It was 40 for physical, but I think it's like then the $29.99 if you bought it digitally because the DLC was not part of it.
Oh yeah, there was like a $10 season pass. The bubblegum fatale and the black dandelion.
Yeah.
But I definitely got my money's worth.
Oh, same.
So yes.
All right, y'all. I gotta hop out of here, y'all. Y'all have
Yeah, same.
See ya. It was an honor talking to you, by the way.
Oh,
Love the story.
I say pleasure.
Visit.
but I'm going to talk to you guys as well. You guys are nuggets of information.
So-
That's the top it up again.
Keep the music coming. We're looking forward to that Silver Case mixtape.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Tokyo
we-
Morishima,
don't worry.
please put that song in.
And also you can GM me for the Flower Sun and Ring copy too.
Ooh, there you go.
Awesome.
There you go. Okay.
Enjoy it. It's the PS2 version is it's experience. It pulls you in. It really does.
I look forward to it.
Thank you,
Okay.
gentlemen. We appreciate your
Bye-bye.
music. We appreciate your contributions, and
Of course.
we're always here
Thanks so
anytime.
much.
Of course.
Thank you.
Have
It's
a good
been an
one,
honor.
y'all. Take
Thank
care,
you.
take care.
So we're going back to talk now. This is going to be No More Heroes 3 spoiler territory. All bets are off. So if you're listening and haven't beaten No More Heroes and 3 and don't want to know how it ends, bail out now because this is it. So yeah, it does the thing with killing off some of the most interesting bosses before you even get to fight them. And you got to wonder, did he do this on purpose? That he knows it's gonna
Yes.
these are the ones everyone wants to know more about?
Yes, it's very
Yes,
much
they
was on
did.
purpose.
You can
They
see
they had to introduce 4 new characters, so I can understand that.
Memorials for
Oh, yeah.
Suda having
Like,
fun.
It does feel like this is his start of a new story. Like he kind of wants to. I feel like he's not going to retire Travis, but Travis might be stepping out of the limelight here because he's going to let the twins are going to be at the forefront, maybe.
I hope Shinobu gets the spin-off game he was talking about. I really love Shinobu.
Do that, but I feel like Nobu really gets the shaft in 3. Like
I
wow.
personally think that Henry
If
is gonna take the spotlight.
Oh,
they can make a
Henry
new-
definitely needs to
Henry's-
come back.
Yes, because
Oh, they're
you
not
can
done with
see-
Henry. There's something going on with Henry. That
Yes.
scene in the hotel with Sylvia, that's
you
some
can-
David Lynch shit. That was
Because
creepy.
you can see, like, when Henry talks about Travis, about all the things he's seen and he remembers, Travis doesn't give a fuck. Like, he doesn't care. So I think it's Henry's job just to close that storyline. Like, Travis, it's not, he doesn't care. It's not
Yeah,
his
and
fault.
like what is
Henry
going
is
on
gonna
with
take-
Henry himself? Why is he suddenly American and not Irish? Well, I know why, but like what is the game context as to why?
What's up with him and Sylvia? Is he still fucking Sylvia? Is he back with her? Is she cheating on him with Travis? Or are they working together and doing a new UMA? What the hell's going on?
Or Sylvia just uses anyone she possibly can.
Exactly.
But the problem is that Sylvie was the one, who pretty much protected Santa Destroy from instant annihilation too. So
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really touch on like her being Damon's secretary. It's just kind of like at first I was like, wait a minute, is that Sylvie? Like, yeah, it is her. And they don't even really.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that theory going around about the whole thing being a part of the game still? Like No More Heroes 3 is literally a game, like within the game, like Travis. Like the whole reason all of this is happening is because Travis is still playing his game
On the death
but
drive.
So he hasn't left the trailer yet.
Right,
sort of
and
like
so
the,
the reason he has that neck brace at the start is because he got his nut cut off in TSA, and so he's literally, and then whenever he gets his I keep saying nuck, but his neck cut off on the toilet, then he starts back again on with his neck brace and. Until he actually finishes the game. So it's like all of these crazy things are happening because he's in the game, but he's thinking about this life that he's escaping playing this game, essentially. And so it's like his kids, his wife, Henry, all these things just pop up in the craziest ways. That's why Henry don't sound the same. Jean is still talking. Like Sylvia got superpowers. Like all this random stuff is happening because he's still in the game world. That's why every time he about to fight, he's like, start the game. And it's like, I saw that theory and I was like, whoa, I don't want to subscribe to it because it's too interesting. It's too
that
interesting.
also ties into what, I don't know if anyone else picked up on this, but the thing about No More Heroes 3, especially in the hotel, is it feels like it's a melancholy game. This really sad music plays in the hotel.
I think the reason it's sad is because like this guy is 45. He's living with a bunch of cats and it's just like full of body pillows and stuff like that.
It's like, it makes his lifestyle feel empty. Like, yeah, he's a top-ranked assassin. He's got all the cats. He's got all the anime shit he could ever want, but his wife won't talk to him, and he's living by himself. And it's like kind of like he's having a midlife crisis. Like, is this what my life is going to be? Is this what I have to look forward to?
He said he wanted to have his palace surrounded by girls and all the anime shit he wanted. And it's like, okay, you got it, but look at your life.
Yeah, look
at your life. Yeah, exactly. Was it worth it? Type of vibe. That's what I got from it. And then the only time that he's really happy is when he's bullshitting with talking about Mike with Bishop, and then that music, da 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 da.
Steve, yes.
Like it's just like, yo, like, cause that's when he's having fun. Is when he's really happy. When he's just doing what he wants, talking about his anime and Mike films, and just kicking back. Like that's all he ever wanted was just that. That's really all he ever wanted at the end of the day. And got caught up in all of this.
He doesn't even want, like, even when he kills Kimmy, which I really don't like, by the way. But even when he kills Kimmy, he's like, I don't want to do this, but I have no choice because
you're gonna keep coming back. You're gonna keep coming back.
I'm gonna keep having to do this. So I'm gonna have to kill you.
I think Travis, like, has always been since No More Heroes 1 a tragic character because like he always got to live his fantasy and he always got the consequences. Like in every game, and it happens. He's a tragic character. He cannot escape.
Like even in rank 9 in No More Heroes 1, rank 9 was Shinobu, right?
No,
rank 9 was
Shinobu was rank 8.
Dr. Peace.
Dr. Peace. Yeah, I think during Dr. Peace, that's when he started realizing that okay, maybe I don't want this life. And I think during Shinobu, where he spares her and all that stuff, I think that's when he really regrets accidentally coming into this assassin gig and stuff.
And during death metal, that's when he's, he's blind. He's like, this is what I want. I don't care what I have to do.
Like, you serious? You got this palace. You got the life. Look at this. And it's like, nah.
I love that, man.
Then he says, now, like in the middle of things, Yeah, the exit.
And that's right. We could not see where this wall was going.
No one could.
No, and that's the best part about it. You as the player, there's like no way you would have thought that he would have got into any of that. Like, and the scene on the beach, man, like it's like when she was just like, "Yo, like you can't even, yeah, like you can't even kill a woman, but you're gonna be doing all of this. You're gonna do all of this, but then you're gonna be too pussy to kill a woman.
Yeah,
I can't believe you." And it's like, you don't really want this. You don't really want what you want because, and then it's just like, dang, she's right. And it's just like, oh my, like and I guess, I don't know, it takes a bit of empathy, which is crazy because it's like, it takes empathy to understand Travis, who clearly like doesn't show empathy in the slightest, except for sometimes. And those times that he does really hits. It just shows his character heavy.
Right.
Like, in No More Heroes 3 now, he's just like, listen, at this point, I love, like, I think it was Suda who said it in an interview. He was like, Travis loves his town. He loves the people in it. Like, at the end of the day, like, he just loves Santa Destroy. That's his home. That's where he grew up. So it's like, he just cares. And when the aliens came and just started fucking shit up, he was upset about it. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's nothing else but you are ruining my home. And that just added a bit of character that's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't see in a lot of video games these days with any characters.
Yeah. And definitely it's a good reflection moment from TSA as well, because the reason why he came back in general is, he has to deal with this baggage, but there's people there for him. There's a home for him, and he wants to be there for him.
Like, TSA is like, TSA, he's trying to find out what he wants to do. And in 3, he's decided what he wants to do.
Right. He's like, at this point, if I got to be the one to save the world, I'm gonna do it then. I'll do it. Because it's like, I can see I have to be the one to do it because I can. Because the essence is like, I can't.
Right. And the segue back to what happened in 1 with Shinobu and Holly Summers. With Shinobu, he's still trying to be chivalrous. Like, oh, I don't have to kill a woman. I'm going to spare her. But when he gets to Holly Summers, that's the point where he realizes you can't spare people just because they're a woman. There's a time that comes when you're going to have to kill her. And Holly Summers, he has no choice. And you see
how that connected to Jean, like his sister Jean, like
with Jean,
just like that's why he was just like at that point. But then it's like, that's why all of this has been so hard for you, because you didn't want to kill your sister. You know, you don't want to kill a woman, and then you don't want to kill people you care about. You don't want to kill a woman, and then here comes Jean, and it's just like, yikes.
Here's both.
Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, so you kind of had to go through it because you wanted revenge. That was what this all was at the end of the day. So you have to go through, like, if you really want this, and that's how it always is. And No More Heroes 2 is the same thing. He was like, I don't care. I'm a hero in my city now. And then bow, rest in peace, Bishop. And it's like, I want revenge. It's always, I want revenge, and then him dealing with the consequences of actually actualizing his revenge. Like, how many deaths, how many losses, how many more people would want revenge because you actualized your one revenge, you know? Like, it's so much to think about that he thinks about that people don't realize, I feel, with him. It's like, Travis is such a dope character. I could talk about him for hours, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I love about him the most. It's like, there's a lot of games, movies, shows, whatever, about how, the consequences of your revenge are bad. Look at this. But none I have yet to see hit hard as, like, No More Heroes.
And speaking of theories, has anyone heard my favorite theory about No More Heroes 1, where after the Travis and Henry fight, it zooms out to an art gallery and you see Sylvia with this little girl like, come on, honey, it's time to go home. And that it's all just that little girl's imagination, making up everything that happened in the game from her looking at that painting.
Huh.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of these sort of theories where it's all a dream, it's all an imagination. It's like the Pokemon theory, or Ash is just imagining Pokemon because he's in his deathbed because he has cancer or something.
It doesn't hold water, but it's fun to think about.
For me, like the Suda Goichi, the second ending that usually happens is him having fun with it, I guess, because you know, like the final talk in the Cafe Tamura in the silver case, like another comedy shows up or something like that, or yeah, like the No More Heroes, you know, plot dump at the last 2 or 3 minutes and stuff like that.
Yeah, the endings are usually short and to the point. Like even if you get the No More Heroes fake out ending, is like, what the fuck? But even if you get the true ending, it's not really that much more. You fight Henry, you're at the art gallery, end credits. That's it.
And Henry may or may not have killed Step / Garcian / some character.
Unknown ranker,
like,
yes.
Garcian wouldn't have gone out that easy. No way.
But I guess they could use Henry as the one who killed Shinobu's father.
Yeah, I've always just talking about it.
Yeah, I don't really mind Henry being recasted in 3 too much because it is almost a different character, kind of like, sort of almost like Venom Snake and the Snake from Metal Gear. They're almost so different that you don't really care if they're different voice actors.
It's a different character. He just
I thought his voice actor being the same as I think Vanishing Point, you know, he had to do something with Memory Bandit, you know, stealing his memory and acting as a completely different person. But I was completely wrong about that.
I don't know. Henry's new voice actor is like really good, especially when during the fight with Travis. Yeah.
Don't you fucking cry, that kind
of
thing.
Don't you fucking cry, Travis! That was so awesome and it genuinely gave me goosebumps.
So it feels like he really is talking shit to his brother.
Yeah. And I love that, but at the same time I'm torn because I also really, really, really love Quentin Flynn's interpretation of Henry.
Yeah, he has such a unique voice, like when he says, clean yourself up already. Like, it's so dismissive.
The whole Irish part. I even missed the mini fight in No More Heroes 2. The whole Edeon reference too.
That was such a disappointment to me. I'm sorry. I was really
there. Cry, Travis. That hit because it's like I felt repression out of that. Like I felt like Travis is like there should just be like I know I'm just being a fanboy about this because there's so much to ask, but it's like there should just be a Yes More Heroes starring Henry or something, like just some side games just so we can know what he's been going through this whole time, because it's like that's what I'm like, yo, first of all, like everything to the side, why is there a green eyeball poking out of your forehead, my G? What's happening?
Maybe it's
what's been
to do
going
with
on?
like the silver eye or something. That's what most people thought. It's not a silver eye, but that's like what most people assumed. Maybe he got
attributed to, because it's the same with Travis's scar on his Travis and Jean's scar on their eye. They're saying it has some, and then that goes with the whole theory about the game thing, because it's like he's immortal, and since he's always treating life like a game, like that's just how it is for him now. Like he just. It's crazy, but that's tangenting. I'm sorry.
Because he did. They did mention it in TSA that he joined a cult or something.
That'll explain it. You could also go full tinfoil hat. What if he killed Garcian in No More Heroes 1, and now he's got the third eye?
No, because
he just watched Thor.
The third eye kind of become like
but still, I think he sort of went the way David and Mondo Zappa went in Killer's Dead. Oh,
Very
That
underrated.
game
That's
was so
so
underrated.
like-
Yes.
you
That
he
felt like
was
one of
sort
the
of
few games in a
That
long
game
time. I love
really
Team
needs
Seven.
some sort of remaster because, like, on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox version, they don't run that well and they have a lot of issues.
Nah, I see what the PC version was looking like.
The
and,
PC
and I
version
never
is
heard of the
terrible.
Nightmare Edition. either.
Terrible.
Yeah.
The PC version is like you play it on 1080p or higher, and it just keeps crashing. It keeps.
I haven't played that. I have the
glitching.
Nightmare Edition. Somebody gifted it to me, but I played it on PS3. I haven't played the Nightmare Edition yet.
I play it on PS3.
Yep. I
Played
did
on
way back
PC.
then.
I played it on Xbox and PC, and both versions are like they really need some sort of remaster.
I was so excited for Killer is Dead. You have no idea. Like they look like
Yo,
Suda
I
was
got that
actually
box. I got that the art box
Yeah,
with
the
the
big
book
box.
and
Yeah,
everything.
me too.
Yeah.
I actually got it like a few years
Yeah.
ago for some reason from
Original
Amazon.
artwork.
Yeah, I still got it, bro. I
Yeah.
still got that art book because I love the art style. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is like Killer 7 mixed
Exactly.
with like, oh my
It's
god. I was
so
like, yo, this is
Killer
it.
7
Like
with a
this
little
is
bit of
original
numerical
artwork.
heroes.
him in the business suit, facing down all the guys with the business suits. And
because
then
it was
Brown
just
City.
fresh. It was just fresh off a Lollipop Chainsaw and Shadows of the Damned,
Yeah,
and
they're
people
like-
were like the real Suda heads was just like, what's going on? Like, what is
Yeah.
happening right now? And then Killer is Dead just looked like it. Like,
Yeah.
just guys, I know, here
had a
it is, and I was like,
mystery,
ah,
yes.
The major problem was that I remember reading in his old articles in Famitsu, but the story is so multi-layered. He doesn't really tell enough of the plot to make us
Yeah.
satisfied.
Killer
But
is Dead
the-
felt like he bit off a little more than he could chew in some parts.
And the fighting the battle system was fine though, because like the Mustang mode sort of reminded me of the barrage mode.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Mondo gets. So they've been learning things and
Same.
used them quite well. In fact,
Oh yeah, it definitely felt like it was like them testing ideas out on next gen. Like they wanted to make more games with that engine, but it's a fun game.
Nah,
Even just
that
playing
one mini game where you were shooting the big alligators. It reminded me of the defense missions on Killer is Dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those shooter
Oh
mission
yeah,
mini
those,
games.
I
Yeah.
thought more about
Godzilla
Shadows of the
looking.
Damned.
the
So-
big boner.
Yeah, I thought more about the big boner.
the big
with
boner.
that.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
But still,
I completely forgot about that.
I don't know a Suda Goichi game that isn't experimental in any part though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Even
Well,
like
I mean,
experimental.
Actually, speaking of Killer is Dead, does Suda own the full IP, or is it like the same situation? with No
Kadokawa
More
Games, I
Heroes?
guess. Or,
Katakawa partially owns it because he said when he was making it that Katakawa told him that quote Grasshopper equals sexy, so they forced
Yeah.
him to put in the gigolos.
Yeah. That's the only reason the Gigolo scenes are there because he described him as a Bond-like character. They're like, so where's the girls?
Honestly, I didn't mind the gigolo stuff that much because, for all intents and purposes, it comes across as more goofy than anything. You're supposed to laugh.
I
It's
didn't play
ridiculous.
it, to be honest. I just skipped it after the first time. I was
Oh,
like,
I did.
This
I
is
did.
not.
I-
This is not even fun. Like, what's the point?
I had fun with it.
Yeah, it was kind of pointless.
kinda
I
thought
remember
it
doing them
was-
originally back then, but now these days I'm just like, I'll just do New Game Plus.
Nowadays, probably, but when I played it, I laughed at it. I thought there's one of the gigolo missions when he's with the kimono girl. It
Yeah,
has
I
like a
thought,
cartoon
yeah.
thing where
That's
he unwraps her.
the exact scene I was thinking of this entire conversation, dude.
It's like a
That's
cartoon.
the
It's silly.
only one I was thinking. Like that one was so goofy. It's
It's
just like
playing like these Bugs Bunny sound effects while he's unwrapping the kimono. It's
Right.
clearly-
I've definitely seen a
Right.
lot of those kind of antics in a lot of Japanese cinema before, so it's pretty common.
yes, the
I
old
was-
Japanese period pieces and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I was.
Yeah. And I did. I
So
even
what?
got the optional final one. Like if you do all the gigolo missions, you get one with Scarlet, the, girl
doctor?
who's like
That's right.
the upgrade
The
girl. And
vamps,
it's one of the
yeah.
funniest things in the
Oh,
game.
right.
Yeah, he just like she just like walks up to him with this like stride and just takes off her glasses,
Music video.
and he's just standing there like stone faced, like holding his chin, like yeah. It's the funniest thing in the game. It's still worth it.
It was, those were silly, but yeah, it's a
I
one
didn't
time
mind it as
event
much
for
as
me.
everybody else did.
So the boss fights in Killer is Dead are sort of mirrored in Normal Heroes 3, I guess. Like the
Say that,
gigantic, gigantic monster missions.
But
Yeah.
there's this one mission in Killer is Dead, and I think everyone knows what I mean. Really poignant, Suda, the Alice chapter. It's very thought-provoking.
The
first one?
hurting girl,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
really
Yeah.
good.
Like how the Alice chapter ends, that felt like we're straight out of Silver Case.
It's
I'll have
really
to play
good.
that again, but yeah.
Yeah, watch the Alice chapter again. That stuff can really. That's a deep
Yeah,
chapter.
especially the whole
Yes.
it hurts as her head starts twisting.
Yeah, and it's like it's some really third wall breaking.
I'm playing through the Silver Case again because I didn't seen all the. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but the profile picture was just everywhere. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Kurumizawa or
Kurumizawa, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the
That's
25th ward.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't even fully remember any of that. Like I got bits and pieces, but it's like I just need to reread.
Don't worry, he doesn't really show up
Yeah.
until
Two
the last
times.
step of the game. So
Yeah, Kurumizawa is
Yeah,
a weird
yeah.
entity.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in Silver Case it shows up and disappears just as quick, like the Trump.
Right,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
But
kind
the
of
Trump thing, I'm
game
pretty
for
sure
me.
was cut off. Because, like, even what was her name? Baby Mariette or something like
mother,
that.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
the mother marionette.
Like, is this
even-
deliberate? Are we not supposed to get attached to these people, or is there more there he wanted to put in that we didn't get to see?
Wasn't
and that'd be the
Sunday's
case a
part of Trump?
lot. How do y'all feel about that whole No More Heroes 3 director's cut thing?
Oh, please, instantly! Like just for the Midori Kawa content alone with Black Hole Prison, you could sell that as DLC. I guarantee people would. line up.
Yeah.
I'm
See, that's
fine if
what
it
I'm-
happens. I'm fine if it happens or not, really. Like, I'm happy with the product I have, so...
I mean,
If it
happy
comes,
with
it
could
happens.
be there. If
I
I were doing it,
hope
I would
it
do it as a
happens.
Midori DLC. Play as Midori Kawa, see the Black Hole Prison, learn who his true father is. I'd be hyped as shit.
I just really want more, like, Silver Case remixes on No More Heroes 3, like, with the Uehara Kamui.
Adventures, yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
am
I'm kind of surprised for Kamui Ara stuff. Surprised that this wasn't the ping pong novels.
So that kind of I know we're coming up on an hour and a half. I think that'll be probably about an hour and a half. So we'll touch on, I think, what the future is from here on. There's a lot of possibility. We got Sylvia, Henry, the twins, but what I'm really excited about, and I think Suda's touched on this, like I asked him in his AMA, what about Yuki? And he just smiled like, yes, I'd love to. Like, I think we're going to get some with Yuki is more of a Silver Case type game.
Yeah,
and maybe
but
something like Midori for No More Heroes.
But the issue with Yuki is that I'm pretty sure she was written by the writer of Tokyo Morishima's
Placebo.
chapters. Yeah, Placebo.
But
So,
they're still on really good terms, so that's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
but they have to both be free so they can like work on it and stuff.
I'm assuming the guy who writes Placebo is like, if Suda calls him up, he's like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
I mean, you
I
see,
hope.
he is as a co-writer in Ooka Masahi, co-writer in No More Heroes 3. I'm pretty sure it's part of the text adventure one. So, like the magic compact that turns into a magical girl, or
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's a
really
shame
fun.
that there was like 2 or 3
That's
only and not a lot.
or Coffee
Yeah.
Pie and AI. That's what they're.
Oh,
Very
speaking of which,
deep.
the guy that was talking to Damon in like the highway. What are your
The
theories on
mysterious
him?
man.
Oh yeah, him.
I like
Like,
to think it's Henry, but it
I
can't.
think-
To me,
No.
that made me think of Christopher Mills and Garcian from Killer 7.
I
They
thought-
met on the
Yeah, same. But I think it might have been Kamui because like he looks like format Kamui.
I thought it was Henry.
Very
Biased.
pale
That's the thing,
He
skin,
was, he
maybe
was hiring
bald.
Henry to become Travis.
For me, it was young Harmon Smith. Though.
Same.
what I like to
Oh,
think,
that
too.
was-
Young
I thought it was
Harmon.
Harmon.
Unless Henry somehow becomes Harmon's, but on...
Well,
We're clearly
his-
playing in Killer 7's universe, but I think he said that like the Killer 7 universe we see in TSA isn't necessarily the Killer 7 that we know. I think he said something to that effect.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
what?
it makes
Yeah.
sense because of how.
I think
Killer
there's
7
like Grasshopper Killer 7 and Capcom Killer 7.
That makes a good
That's
look.
where
This
I'm
is
at because the same thing happened with Juliet Scarlet and Travis Strikes Again. Like
Yeah.
that was a completely different Juliet.
Juliet, Sterling
this
and
is
Juliet
how he
Chesterfield,
would have
yeah.
written Juliet.
I
How
love
he done it.
I loved how Juliet was in TSA and how like she grew up and stuff, but I know for a fact that I feel like, at least I don't know, but I feel like he tried to get the real Juliet from Warner Brothers, but they were like, no, fuck off.
Like, this feels like Juliet. Like, you mean shit when I had to be a cheerleader and fight zombies? Oh yeah, that bullshit. That was just a gig I did for money. That's so perfect. I love that portrayal of Juliet. It's amazing.
Because Juliet
But,
isn't like what most people think of her. Like, oh, she's just a dumb blonde, haha. She's really
forget
well
the
written.
exaggerated
She
shit
is
put on.
really smart.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
From the lineage of zombie hunters, yes.
I wouldn't be starring this Juliet.
Because he loves ranch and rocks.
But yeah, for a lot of the future stuff, I think a lot of the future stuff, No Meters 3 definitely is definitely part of that mysterious man, whoever he was.
And the twins.
Yeah, and Scott.
Maybe
Man.
the twins will be in the 26th ward if we ever get that.
I think we will. I don't think he's done with the silver case, but I think everyone knows this is like the worst kept secret ever. We're probably getting an FSR remaster very soon.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
I don't think
dude,
very
I didn't
soon,
talk
but
about
I think maybe like in a few years because he still
I
hasn't
think he's got to
started.
do it. Is it going to be the guys who did the silver case, which would be the logic, I would think, but.
I think it's gonna be Digital Foundry. The people who've been doing the No More Hero ports and Killer 7 ports.
Digital Foundry?
I think
Was
that's
it
what
Engine?
No.
Engine
Oh,
software.
Engine.
Yeah, Engine Software. Digital Foundry is a channel.
Whoops.
I
Being
might
a
be
boom
alone
point.
in this,
Uh,
but I feel like he's about to turn Flower, Sun, and Rain into Hotel Barcelona.
Oh,
I
that would be
don't know
amazing.
why.
I forgot
I don't
about
know
that.
why, but I just feel like Flower, Sun, and Rain is about to become Hotel Barcelona.
I think it might be
I
connected.
don't
down
know
with that.
why.
Or maybe we'll finally get Kuriyami Dance as a game. I'd be down for that too.
Yo, I wasn't even gonna speak on that. That was about to be Voldemort in the whole cast, I promise. Cause I'm so sad about that. Like I like Shadows. I love Shadows of the Damned. I'm not even gonna go there.
I like
But
it
it's
too.
just like,
Yeah.
man, what it could have
What it
been
could've been.
though.
How would
Like,
Kuriyami Dance even play? I can't even.
right, you know,
How would this game
like,
work?
Who knows? The next
Oh
game for
my
Shadows of the Damned
goodness.
could just be Shadows of the Damned Kuriyami, all we know.
Shadows of the Kuriyami.
I mean,
something.
I think it might be why Badman was retired,
Yeah, it was
so
mostly,
Garcia can run. So
yeah, I think the farewell of the Batman is because No More Heroes is going away again, and technically Batman was the guy who brought us all back into
Also,
it.
we can, if we get the Midori DLC or a sequel or whatever, that can tie into Shadows of the Damned. Midori's
Yeah.
going after Fleming.
Isn't there like a whole sequel set up for Shadows of the Damned with TSA, with Johnson?
Yeah, I'm about
And
to say
that guy.
you should know out of
Yeah.
anybody with your
Yeah.
profile picture. Yeah.
I feel like at this point, it's kind of like with EA. He doesn't give a damn. He's going to do whatever he wants. And if
Yeah,
EA
no, that final boss was definitely showing me that at least.
Oh yeah, Damon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And this,
Yeah, it was. I saw
Doing
that Damon had
bozo.
to be the final.
I did not see the Smash
Yeah.
Brothers coming. I was dying.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't see that part coming. That was fire. I was like, yo, he's gonna be in Smash Bros. One way or another, huh? I get it. I get it.
And apparently
And when the
Sakura had a big
Machina
laugh out of
from Damon
Yeah.
X Machina suddenly appeared out of like an alternate
Oh, yeah,
universe,
I
that
see
was
that Damon
awesome.
When
Yo,
saw it,
I
was
just
like,
saw
oh, this is
that.
still-
I looked at that game sitting on my shelf like, I guess it's time to play you.
Me
huh?
too. I have it on my Steam for like
I
since
was like,
day
I
one.
guess
Huh?
I guess it's finally time, huh? All right.
Apparently a sequel is in the works.
It's an actually fun game. I don't know what's happening in the story.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
no,
not
no, no,
really
no, no,
paying
no.
attention.
Yeah, Right, because I played a couple levels and I was like, yo, I was playing with Master actually, and we was having a blast actually, but I just the story didn't hook me, and I just lost it. I don't know, but it's
Same.
like,
I'm beating it without like really concentrating on the story that much because the gameplay itself is just so fun.
yeah, it is. It made me understand why they had those huge controller looking Joy Cons when the game first
I
came
bought
out.
them.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh,
like I was like, I understand because this is serious right here. Like, you really need to be flying a mech pilot. Like, you really need to be about that Gundam life playing this game. Like, it's serious.
it's like I don't know if anyone's watched What If yet, but like Killmonger said, "Hey, I like anime."
You know?
So yeah, we're coming up on an hour and a half, so I guess we can probably start winding down. But we've had a really good discussion here. So I guess yep, we can go around if anyone wants to. So I guess Okumura, you can shout out your socials if you like. You've got some stuff you want to plug, or go for it.
Yeah, so shout outs to us on Twitter at RPRF. Man, it's been a long day. RPCFP, Okumura on Twitter, or just for real, just Okumura on Twitter. You'll find us, and
Yeah.
and YouTube Okumura Brothers. We're on Bandcamp, all the streaming platforms you can think of. We have a new project called Nigiri coming out on the 26th. 10 tracks. Y'all actually are the first to know some of like what's going on with the production. Like, I've said it a little bit, but I didn't really go into detail on social media. So like, this cast is the first to know. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoys it. I've enjoyed my time here. It's made me feel like when I was watching Travis and Bishop talk about Miike films.
Yeah.
Like, just
very much like
homies
that.
just chilling, talking about what they're passionate about. This cast is really cool. I definitely wouldn't mind being another participant at a later date, because
Anytime.
this is awesome. This is awesome.
Anytime.
All right, y'all have a fantastic night.
Thank you
Awesome.
again, man.
Thank you.
Good night.
Yep.
Appreciate you coming. Okay, Infinite. Anything you want to share? Socials?
I just my Twitter just at __ infinite with a one, and that's kind of it. I
Excellent.
don't post it much. I'm just here.
Sure. Common?
Yep. KamenSenpai 606. That's the Twitter at I'm at. I also have my own blog, literally just KamenSenpai, WordPress.com, and I'll definitely be doing Homer's 3 analysis. That's for sure. I think when I'm getting to the point with my analysis, it's a lot more positive. I think some people weren't expecting, but I'm very happy with that in the end. But probably my next post has got to be Ultraman related because a previous actor from the original series passed away a couple weeks ago, so I want to do a huge tribute to him.
Understandable. Also, shout out to Master Rider Zoe for all three of us who watched that. All right, Quill?
I just want to shout out my Twitter at Quill51, but some asshole already took at Quill51, so the L's are just capitalized I's.
Maybe I'll have to hire Henry.
And yeah, that's it. I am planning on starting a YouTube channel with just like Suda stuff, explaining the lore and everything for the people who don't have time for Suda games, because they do take a long time. But that's maybe in a few months. I just need to finish some uni stuff, and then I'll get started on that.
Awesome. Steelballrunner?
Yeah, I'll keep writing my writing and rewriting my Travis Strikes Again, and eventually No More Heroes explanation, the reference moment threads.
Sure.
Yeah.
You want to share your Twitter for any listeners who might not be familiar with you?
Yeah, my Twitter is it's basically my username, the @mark steelballrunner. So that's actually a fusion between Steelball Run and Homestar Runner. If any old internet people remember, but
awesome.
I'm that old, man.
Hey, I'm 27. I'm not that far away.
So
this has been the Kill the Cast. I've been your host, DJ Wakor, with the whole Discord crew. You can follow me at CJ_Iwakura, or I post about fan translations. But if you want to find out where the Discord is, just drop me a line or anyone here. We'll be happy to share it to you. We're all Suda fans, and we all love to talk about this stuff. And yeah, it's been great, and we're going to discuss it in the Discord. Our next episode will be maybe we'll go back into the past a little. Anyone have a preference, like Silver Case, FSR, Killer 7?
I'm good with anything. Feel free.
I think we should. I think next episode we can talk about like Twilight, Moonlight, and then the Silver Case.
That'd be a good segment.
Like
I have to state this again. If you think Syndrome is fucked up, you have no idea.
I don't, because I can't play it. I don't know Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know the Syndrome.
Well, first have a common footing. Silver Case is fine.
Yeah,
I mean, well, playing the 25th Ward is a whole different.
Oh yeah, that's a whole.
That's like 3 episodes worth of podcast.
I mean, nobody likes the convenience store basement, so.
Oh god, Syndrome.
We could have like 21 minutes to talk about that.
Silver Case. It's more, let's say, simple, kinda.
Yes. I mean, we just got the Silver Case 24-25 in English a few months right before.
We can talk about Silver Case, and maybe we do part 1 on Silver Case and part 2 about 25th Ward.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Good.
Sounds good. So this has been Kill the Cast. It's been great having you all, and we hope you enjoyed listening, and we hope you come back for more. Kill the Past and Kill the Cast.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you, guys.
Goodbye.
I just wanna fly high without a wing. I just wanna fly high without a wing. Watch a nigga shine light without the bling. Live a satisfied life without a thing. I just wanna fly high without a wing. I just wanna fly high without a wing. Watch a nigga shine light without the bling. Live a satisfied life without a thing.
I just wanna fly high, what I sing. But how I'm supposed to fly high without wings? Knock you off your high rise to your king. Stopping all the shit talk that you sling. Move on my way, I'm on my shit. Earthbound rejects too legit. Fuck with the team and you get